Hello, and welcome back to the Military Matrix. Tonight, the war in Eastern Europe has crossed another invisible red line, as Ukraine has executed one of its most destructive and strategically calculated strikes since the conflict began. In a bold overnight operation, Ukrainian forces struck a multi-billion-dollar Russian oil hub, triggering catastrophic explosions that lit up the night sky, crippled critical energy infrastructure, and sent shockwaves through Moscow's wartime economy. This was not a random act of sabotage. This was not an isolated drone strike. This was a deliberate, intelligence-driven assault on one of Russia's most valuable logistical arteries, an oil complex that fueled armored units, mechanized brigades, air operations, and long-range missile platforms across multiple fronts. Within minutes of impact, massive fireballs erupted across the facility, storage tanks detonated in sequence, pipelines ruptured, and an inferno spread uncontrollably across the industrial zone. Satellite imagery captured just hours later shows the scale of devastation. Entire sections of the hub have been flattened, fuel reserves burned uncontested, control buildings collapsed, rail and pipeline connections were severed. Analysts now assess that the damage goes far beyond cosmetic or repairable losses. This site was a cornerstone of Russia's energy logistics network, and its destruction represents a direct hit to the backbone of Moscow's war-sustaining economy. According to Ukrainian defense sources, the operation was months in the making. The target had been under surveillance through a combination of satellite reconnaissance, human intelligence, and electronic signal mapping. Ukrainian planners reportedly waited for optimal conditions, fuel storage levels at maximum capacity, reduced air defense alert status, and favorable weather to mask drone signatures. When the window opened, the strike was executed with ruthless precision. Multiple long-range unmanned aerial systems were launched simultaneously from different vectors. Some served as decoys, designed to saturate and confuse Russian air defense radars. Others carried high-explosive payloads specifically engineered to ignite fuel storage tanks and create secondary explosions. Electronic warfare assets disrupted communication links, delaying response coordination and blinding early warning systems. By the time Russian operators realized what was happening, the first explosions had already torn through the heart of the facility. Eyewitness footage from nearby areas shows a sudden flash, followed by a thunderous blast that shattered windows kilometers away. Moments later, towering flames pierced the darkness as shockwaves rippled across the ground. One explosion triggered another, and then another, until the entire oil hub became a single, raging firestorm. Emergency sirens wailed, but access roads were blocked by debris, collapsed structures, and ongoing detonations. Russian authorities initially attempted to control the narrative. Early statements described a minor fire caused by falling debris. But that version of events unraveled rapidly as videos flooded social media and independent analysts released high-resolution satellite comparisons. What once stood as a sprawling energy complex was now a smoking ruin. The scale of destruction was undeniable. This oil hub was not just another refinery. It was a strategic junction, a processing, storage, and transshipment center feeding multiple supply lines. Fuel from this site powered tanks rolling across contested territories, aircraft conducting strike missions, and logistics convoys sustaining forward units. Its loss immediately disrupts operational tempo across several regions. Military analysts emphasize that modern warfare is not won solely on the battlefield. It is won through logistics, supply chains, and economic endurance. By targeting this oil hub, Ukraine has demonstrated a clear understanding of that reality. This was economic warfare executed with military precision. The timing of the strike is equally significant. Russia's economy remains under pressure from international sanctions, export restrictions, and the high cost of sustained military operations. Energy exports have been one of the few remaining pillars supporting government revenue. Every damaged facility, every lost barrel, tightens the financial vise. Within hours of the explosion, regional fuel prices spiked. Transport schedules were disrupted. Industrial operations reliant on steady fuel supply were forced to shut down or scale back. Local authorities ordered evacuations in surrounding areas due to toxic smoke and the risk of further explosions. Hospitals prepared for respiratory emergencies. Schools were closed. What began as a military strike quickly became a civilian crisis. Inside the Kremlin, the implications are severe. Protecting vast energy infrastructure requires extensive air defense coverage assets that are already stretched thin along the front lines. Redeploying defenses to protect refineries and oil hubs weakens battlefield positions. Leaving them exposed invites further strikes. It is a strategic dilemma with no easy solution. For Ukraine, this operation marks a decisive evolution in strategy. Early phases of the war focused on survival and territorial defense. Later came counteroffensives and battlefield attrition. Now, Kiev is increasingly targeting the systems that allow the war to continue at all fuel, logistics, and industrial capacity. This strike also sends a psychological message. It demonstrates reach. It proves that distance alone no longer guarantees safety. Facilities once considered secure deep behind the lines are now within range. That reality forces Russian planners to rethink assumptions that have guided operations for years. International reaction has been cautious but telling. Western officials reiterated Ukraine's right to defend itself and protect its sovereignty, while avoiding explicit endorsement of specific targets. Diplomats acknowledged the strategic logic of undermining an aggressor's war-sustaining infrastructure. Energy markets reacted immediately, with oil prices fluctuating amid fears of broader instability. Environmental consequences are another layer of concern. Burning fuel released massive amounts of pollutants into the atmosphere. Soil and water contamination may persist for years. Cleanup efforts, if even possible, will require enormous resources. In wartime conditions, such efforts often take a back seat to military priorities. As night turned into morning, the fire continued to burn. Emergency crews fought tirelessly, but containment remained elusive. Secondary explosions erupted sporadically as remaining tanks succumbed to heat and pressure. The oil hub, once a symbol of industrial power, had become a blazing testament to vulnerability. Strategists now debate what comes next. Will Ukraine continue this campaign against energy infrastructure? Will Russia adapt, harden defenses, or retaliate in kind? Escalation dynamics are shifting, and the threshold for what is considered a legitimate target is being redefined in real time. One thing is certain: this strike will be studied in military academies and war colleges for years to come. It illustrates how asymmetric capabilities, when paired with intelligence and planning, can inflict disproportionate damage on a conventionally superior adversary. It underscores the changing nature of modern conflict, where drones and data can rival tanks and artillery in strategic impact. For civilians on both sides, the cost continues to rise. Infrastructure destruction reverberates far beyond the blast zone, affecting livelihoods, health, and long-term stability. War once again proves that its consequences cannot be neatly contained. As smoke still rises from the ruins of the oil hub, the message is unmistakable. Ukraine has shown that it can strike not just soldiers, but the systems that sustain them. The battlefield is no longer confined to trenches and front lines. It now includes refineries, pipelines, and economic arteries. This was not just an explosion. It was a statement, a warning, and potentially a turning point. Stay with the military matrix, because as this conflict evolves, the next strike may already be in motion, and the rules of war are being rewritten before our eyes.